Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you some max werewolf gameplay. I'm going to go over some clips that I've gotten whilst using the class and review some of the class's features itself. So soon I plan to do a video like a normal live com on Mega Walls anyway, like talking about the update and such. But lately I've just been trying to get a few games and I didn't think they were quite good enough to like actually publish as games on their own. So I thought I would take the clips from them and show you what the werewolf class is like. So if you're thinking about maxing it or just curious to know what it's like, here is some gameplay of it. So Werewolf is one of the 3 new mythic classes that were added with this update that are Mole Man, Werewolf and Phoenix, and obviously this is going to be a werewolf gameplay video, so we're going to go over Werewolf Skills. So he has several skins. There's like the default one, there's a crunch. To unlock the skins, by the way, you have to do special achievements or you can just buy them or whatever, and you can customize how you look in game, but I'm going to go over that in the Mega Walls update video. This is just going to be focusing on the Werewolf class. So the first skill is Lycanthropy, which is your ability when you right click your sword. So the class has 6 energy per hit, and this is what happens when you right click with your sword. So you gain speed 2 for 8 seconds, and during this period, so for 8 seconds, all of your successful melee hits will strike all enemies in a 5 block radius for 1 HP of true damage, which is ridiculously good. You'll see some gameplay of it shortly. It's so good. And you heal for 30% of the direct melee damage that you deal. So say if you do 9 hearts worth of damage whilst this ability is active, you will heal for 3 hearts yourself. Now obviously this does not last for 8 seconds at all levels. You can level it up. So upgrade 1 is 2 seconds and then it increments by 0.75 it appears until you get all the way up to 8 seconds at the max upgrade. One of its passives is Bloodlust, which makes you gain speed 1 and resistance 1 for 10 seconds after landing any combination of 3 consecutive melee or bow hits without taking damage yourself. So basically if you hit somebody 3 times in a row, you will get speed 1 and resistance 1 for 10 seconds, which is really strong. Like speed 1 isn't really that much, but it helps you catch up with people, especially in a fight. And with how tanky this class is, resistance 1 just makes you that bit more powerful. Like with the skill, this isn't always active for 10 seconds, so as you can see, you get it for 2 seconds, then 3 seconds, then 4, and it increments by 1 until you get to 10 at max. The next passive is called Devourer, which means that eating steak has a 100% chance to give regeneration 1 for 5 seconds, and it's not really that much, but you really do notice a difference. It's nice just to top up your health quickly, especially when you're in a critical condition. And as with the others, this isn't a 100% chance to start with. It starts at 20% and increments by 10% at each level until you get to 100% at max. Now its kit is really strong, so as you can see at the max level you get a diamond sword and diamond chestplate, both at Unbreaking 1, which is a really strong combo. The only other kit in the game that gets this is Pigman, so it's a really nice combo of items to have. You also get a potion of heal of 8 hearts, which is okay considering how much healing you do with your ability anyway, and you get 3 potions of speed 2 and jump 5 for 15 seconds, which are actually really awesome. I'll show you guys this in the gameplay later on, but they're so useful and just fun to mess around with. And finally you get 4 steak. Now this is 1 more than you normally get. Normally you get 3 steak with a kit, but I'm assuming this is because of its passive Devour, because when you eat steak you get regen. So it looks like the kit in this class actually progresses really nicely. I think they've done a good job of the leveling on this class. I think it looks really fair and is really well scaled. But something I noticed that's really interesting about this class is you actually start off with an iron sword at level 1, and I believe that this is the only class in the game that gives this. So I think this is a really nice thing to start with, because most classes at level 1 that give a sword are either like a wood or a stone sword, so I think it's quite nice that it gives an iron sword that early on, and then you get an iron chestplate already at upgrade 2, and then you get a potion of heal of 6 hearts, which later becomes 8 hearts here. So I think it's really interesting how the heal potion evolves like that. I really like the progression of this kit. And finally, the gathering talent is Carnivore, which means that there's a 100% chance for enemies to drop 1 steak upon killing them and 4 steak upon final killing them. So that's absolutely ridiculous, especially since the steak heals you so much. But obviously this isn't 100% off the bat. It's also 20% at the start, incrementing by 10% at each level. So that's the werewolf class and its abilities. Now we're going to get into some gameplay, which I'm sure you've all been waiting for. So this first clip was actually in my first game using Werewolf, and my first proper Mega Wars game in quite some time actually, so I'm extremely rusty and I'm not really sure what's going on. I didn't actually look what the class was, I just thought I'm gonna play this game, I'm gonna pick one of the new classes, you know, but as you can see when I killed that guy, he dropped a piece of steak, and when I ate it I got that little bit of regen, so that's a really nifty little thing. As I said, the regen isn't that much, and the fact that like they drop a bit of steak, like woohoo, big deal, but like it really does matter. Think of all those times you've died in Mega Wars when you've been on like 1 heart or something. That one piece of regen could really be a lifesaver at some point, man. You'll be thankful for it. And throughout this gameplay, you'll actually see me with speed a lot, which I think is awesome for a tanky class, like having one built around speed, as I love speed-oriented classes. Like in whatever game I play, I love having speed and being up in people's faces, and the fact that this is a hybrid between that and a tank is really awesome. But that's mainly thanks to the Bloodlust passive, which obviously if you land 3 hits in a row on somebody without taking damage yourself, which is really easy to do, like all you have to do is bow spam really, you'll get speed 1 and resistance 1, and it's just so useful. Like they're not really that much, but they help you get an edge in a fight, like catch up with someone, make your strafes a bit better, and the resistance makes you that tiny bit more tanky, and like I said, that extra half a heart can really make all the difference in a fight. And here you'll see me trying to use the ability for one of the first times. I don't really understand what it is. I didn't read it properly. I knew that it attacked everyone in a 5-block radius, so you'll see me purposely trying to aim away from this guy, because I just thought you just had to swing your sword and attack everybody. I thought it was stupidly overpowered, but no, it only counts if you actually hit somebody with those melee hits. Anyway, I found out that as a tank, this class works really well in holes. You'll see me in this clip 1v1ing a golem at the start, and I'm actually losing, which is the reason for this health pot here. It's not really great in 1v1s against golems and pigmans and zombies. I would not recommend that, but the second it turns into a group fight, you saw I got so much healing from my ability, and it just damaged the both of them. It's an absolute monster when you're against more than one person. Like even out in the open, in this clip you'll see me against an enderman and a skeleton, I think it is, and yeah, you just see me using the ability. They just start running away as soon as I can catch up because of the speed 2 with it, but I was just shredding through them with so much damage on all of the hits that I did. One of them got picked up by my teammate, he got the final kill, and unfortunately that guy got away, but as you can see there, ate another piece of steak and topped up on my health. It's really cool and such a useful little thing. And even down to sky bases, like look, just another group fight in a sky base. A tank should not be in a sky base, but these guys, I just absolutely shred through their health. There's nothing they can do. This guy tried to end a dunk me. Like, I've used Prestige Enderman for 2 years. It's not gonna happen to me, man. But again, unfortunately, these guys do get away, because at the same time, like, you gotta remember, I am a tanky class. Like, it is oriented around speed, but you still are a tank essentially. And this was a fight against 2 dreadlords. Like, this wasn't as interesting as pretty much my whole team was there, but as you can see, 1v1 was him, went pretty well. Like, he's not a tank. I think you can comfortably 1v1 tanks, and then the other guy's health just vanished at the same time because of my Lycanthropy skill. Anyway, here's a clip from a game that I actually lost, where the red team chased me down so hard. So I'm fighting the entire red team here, right? The entire red team. Well, not quite the entire, you know, it's not 14 people, but I'm exaggerating a little. There are a lot of them, right? So I eat this little bit of steak just to top up my health. I think I'm dead anyway, but I'm gonna try my best. So here I am, just block hitting and critting like a typical Mega Wars player. And look at my health. I am just not dying. This class is so tanky. I managed to get a kill on someone who I can't even see because of my skill, and then I die. But look at the health of all of them. Bear in mind, I was only really hitting one at a time. They were all on like 10 HP. I could have actually won that fight. It's ridiculous. Anyway, here I'm gonna show some of its speed potential. So as you can see, I just have the Bloodlust here, so I can chase after him a bit with that speed 1. I notice it's not enough, so I suddenly decide to use my skill passively rather than aggressively, and just chase him down with that speed 2. I mean, he does manage to get away because he's a werewolf as well, but yeah, that I just felt like showing that. This is his potion, so you get speed 2 and jump boost 5, and here the jump boost is actually useful, so it's really cool. I just jump over that little structure he builds and go in for the fight straight away. I'm not sure how I managed to kill this guy. I think it's because of my Lycanthropy, but I somehow managed to kill him through blocks there. It was pretty ridiculous, but these potions are really cool. Here I am against a werewolf who's using it to run away from me, and he does this cool little strat that I found quite funny. So he just used the jump in 5 and like jitter clicked under him to place like a million million blocks at once. I thought it was such a funny little strat just to escape and get away from me. Like, you could do some really creative things with that jump boost 5. I'm really glad they added it, and like, it obviously stops fall damage as well, so maybe you can use it to chase down endermen who jump off a sky base. Anyway, here I am in yet another group fight, but I singled this one out because I thought it was interesting, because I was against a prestige hunter, and I think this was a prestige zombie in 3/4 diamonds, so it was quite an interesting fight considering zombie is, like, as I said, I think it's one of its counters. Like, 1v1ing a tank class is not really going to go well for you. And here I kind of get in a little 1v1. Like, my team are helping me, but we're kind of having a little matchup, and I can tell just from those little matchups that he would win the fight. And I don't think that's purely because of his gear. I really think Zombie would outright beat Werewolf in a 1v1. But the second his teammates get involved, you see, I start getting so much healing, I start damaging a ton of people at once, and my team just go in and capitalize off that and finish him off. But the second you get into a team fight, when you're fighting more than one person with this class, you will just tear. There is nothing that you can stop you. Like I said, 1v1s, I don't think it's that strong, but team fights, you will dominate. I mean, here I am showing some 1v1 clips. Like, this is a Dreadlord. It's pretty easy to take down a Dreadlord. Like, from what I've noticed, match up against people who aren't tanky, you win most of the time. Like, provided you aren't in situations that benefit them, you will win. Like, obviously this enderman lower level and in a hole, he's not really got to win the fight. But anyway, that concludes my video of some werewolf gameplay. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will be bringing out more Mega Walls videos soon. I hope you're looking forward to them, because I'm looking forward to doing them, and I hope to do one covering like the entire of the update next. So if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing, and I will see you all next time. Bye!